Hey everybody, it's Edwardo Jackson, CEO, founder, creator of the Cinema Draft game. I'd like to thank you for embarking on this voyage of testing out this new game variant that we're calling DraftStream for now. Not totally sold on the name, so if you got any better ones, holla at your boy. And I really do appreciate you taking part. I know it's a new game for most of you all. This is actually how Cinema Draft began its humble roots on a spreadsheet game. So you can see what we all fumbled around with for about 6 or so months before I decided to take the game further. And so we really are going to appreciate the data we get from you. And if you have a few friends who you know can play or will play, send them on over. All right, so here's the draft stream master sheet. We got 6 players, 6 whole players. Incredible. Couldn't even get my own coworkers to play, even though they need this data as much as I do. Yeah, I'm talking about y'all. Anyways, we're going to go over some of these call sheets, get a quick idea of what we think the strategies might be. It's really a crapshoot, to be honest with you. A lot of these titles, are unfamiliar to most of us. Look at this, Bruise Brothers. What is this thing? Yeah, it's looks like some sort of weird Netflix comedy. No one you really heard of, really. Maybe this guy's face looks familiar. So we're gonna see a lot of those this week. And actually, that's also gonna be part of the interesting fun of the game. After about 2 or 3 weeks, we will be able to start to figure out what types of shows on what platforms or networks break through and why. Right now, I've got filled in some preliminary scores. The plan is for me to update them once on Saturday morning, once on Sunday morning, and then we'll do final scores. There is a possibility that there won't be a Rotten Tomatoes audience score or a Metacritic's critic score. So we kind of have to keep that in mind. It may skew some of the results, and I'll figure out the math on the back end too in case that happens. Like, obviously, if you have an 83 if you have an 83 Metacritic score, this actually should be divided in half because the other half should be the weighted Rotten Tomatoes score. But we'll figure all that out towards the end. But for now, the way it's designed, it really does rely on all 4 scores. But if a couple of scores are missing, it'll affect everyone equally. Let's put it that way. All right. All right. So first call sheet we have Gangsta 283. I know who this is. What's up, Diallo? All right. So he went with 4 headliners. Interesting. All right. So the Clark sisters, First Ladies of Gospel. I don't know much about this. It is a Lifetime movie. Now, as you may have, very attractive black cast, singers, the rapper Queen Latifah, Mary J. Blige, Missy Elliott. I guess she's a bit of a hybrid, but she's really much more like a rapper. So it's got some recognizable names in the black community that might be a bit of a draw, but we have no idea how well it might play with the critics because it is, after all, a Lifetime movie. And actually, do we have any? I don't think we have anything on the Clark sisters yet on Rotten Tomatoes, do we? All right, so it's got a page. Yeah, no tomato meters or rankings yet. So in this case, this might be a case where the audience just weighs in. Like, we'll see what the audience has to say come Monday, like 12 in the afternoon. That's when we'll kind of officially lock the scores, and I'll tally up all the scores from the various sites, from the 2 sites for the various for the various shows. And in this case, if it's the audience score that's going to count, then as you may recall, and just a quick overview of how this works, we're taking a weighted average of the Rotten Tomatoes critic score, the Rotten Tomatoes audience score, the Metacritic score, and the Metacritic's audience score. And the Metacritic score, audience score, as you will see, let's take Killing Eve, 65. Oh my goodness. Critics, man. And I used to be one of them. Okay, this is for Killing Eve Season 3. So it hasn't come on yet. It comes out on the Season 3 premiere is on Sunday, April 12th. So once, that debuts and the audience will be able to weigh in, they'll probably have some thoughts. But actually, let's take a look at season 2, right? We should have some audience scores for that. So you go to season 2 overview, right? So here would be 86 and 8.1. So let's just say Clark Sisters was Killing Eve. So in this case, we put 86 and then 8.1, and that would be the average so far of half of the combined score. And then if you check the Rotten Tomatoes and the Rotten Tomatoes audience score, it would definitely boost this score up some. So basically, that's how that works. With this 8.1, we multiply it by 10, so it can be equivalent generally, and then we multiply it by 60% more, so it gives the audience the real power. So when you go make these call sheets, start thinking about what do you think audiences might enjoy. Now here's my first blunder that we can see already is Trolls World Tour. And we're going to get a lot of weird pricing the first few weeks while I figure it out myself. But Trolls World Tour, I thought would be more popular than it is. People really love Trolls. I didn't see Trolls, the first one. Just didn't get around to it. I don't know. I've seen the little toys or dolls, whatever. Not overly impressed. Anyways, the original Trolls did really well. It spawned the sequel, which was scheduled for a theatrical release. And like everything else, thanks to Dat Rona, it got sidelined. Got sent straight to video. So right now, the early Rotten Tomatoes scores, I checked earlier, well, I guess technically earlier Thursday night, had it 79.51. Right now, if we took a look at Trolls, no, we don't want your feedback. Trolls World Tour, yeah, so holding at 79%, 19 total critics ratings, and then it'll debut Friday. So I guess right about now, really, if it's on, is this a Disney film? No, it's Universal, right? Oh, it's DreamWorks. Does Disney own DreamWorks? I can't remember. Actually, I don't think it's on Disney Plus. Anyways, so on whatever streaming platforms it's going to be on, it comes out on the 10th, which is Friday. So there might be some people who might have started watching it at midnight or who will wait till later on tonight. But we should start seeing some audience scores from that pretty soon. All right. So back to Gangsta 283's call sheet. So these are cheap options and headliners, though. So maybe if this gets any kind of audience score, that'll really help his cause. Trolls World Tour, like I mentioned, I definitely probably overpriced that, so this might actually cost him. Don't worry, D, it's going to cost me too. Love Wedding Repeat seems interesting. I don't have much intel on it except to watch the trailer for the first time yesterday, and it seems cute enough. It's got, it's British, so you got, British accents, and, and it seems like, I don't know. I honestly, I can't even tell you. I'm not sure what the critics will do. I think this could be one of those, flying under the radar Netflix ones where the audience really does enjoy what they see. So it will be interesting to see what the audience score is on that. Main event looks like he was just trying to, standard budget. Adam Pally, co-star. Not sure what this is going to do. There's not much publicity on it either. Like, I think it has a Metacritic page, but I'm not sure if it even has a Rotten Tomatoes page. So this might be another one that's victim of only getting 1 or 2 ratings. Another Trolls, so he went big on Trolls twice, and unlike the regular Cinema Draft game where we're really depending on the popularity of a certain film to drive the box office to translate to scores. In this case, we are trying to guesstimate the psychology of not only these stuffy ass critics, but more importantly, just the wide, fairly indiscriminate taste of the viewing public at large. So I don't know. So we load up on a lot of the Clark Sisters. I guess we'll see. I guess I'm prejudiced against Lifetime movies because I mean mostly just because of my nature. I mean, Lifetime is a channel that's generally that's generally geared towards women, so they might have some they might have fare that I'm not necessarily overly into. Generally, I can't remember the last time I watched a Lifetime movie, to be honest with you. But this could be a sleeper. I don't know. I mean, this could be a crowd pleaser. Could be some great songs. Uh, you know, my community does love a good musical when it's done right. So it seems like it's based on like a like on the church gospel music. So I don't know. You never know. So Gangsta's placed a big bet on the Clark sisters. It'll be interesting to see how this plays. The big bet on the Clark sisters and Trolls World Tour. So we'll see how that comes out. We'll see if we already have an idea that the critics are kind of like it's like 79-51 for Trolls. So we'll have to see how that pans out. And then more Love Wedding Repeat. So I don't know. So as far as quality of call sheets, I guess I won't be commenting too much on that this week, and maybe not even going forward, because a lot of these we'll be picking some fairly obscure streaming properties, because the essence of this game to a degree is the lack of information, because a lot of these things that are getting released on streaming have either run theatrically and you have an idea of what's been rated both by the audience and by the critics. We're going more for just pure debuts, stuff that hasn't really been seen before, so that even if you do try to research its possible reception, or you try to research patterns of films or shows like this that debuted on streaming, I still want to keep a bit of unpredictability, and we'll see who the true players really are. All right, so thanks a lot, Gangsta, for your call sheet. We'll move on to Gamble 24x7. Gamble 24 times 7. Our boy. If there is a reigning champion of Cinema Draft, it is this guy. He is our reigning champion, but he's also the guy who has won the most money, the all-time money leader on Cinema Draft proper, when we had our software alpha test. Over an 11-month period, he won $2,200 in playing a free-to-play game. It's a pretty incredible watch. So hats off to the king. He also might be at a disadvantage, this week, because we don't know what's going to pop. All right, so his call sheet, headliner heavy, which I endorse, because you want to get that 40% bonus. Remember, headliners give you a 40% bonus on their points. And as per the rules, you must have exactly 10 actors. You must have at least one actor from headliner, day player, or co-star categories. And you must stay under $100,000 in budget. Them's the rules. All right, so he's got 7 headliners. Sweet. Okay, all right. So to make this fit, so he did double down on Trolls World Tour. If there is a surefire way to probably win this weekend, it might be fading Trolls World Tour, because if Trolls underperforms in the ratings, in the scoring from the audience, there could be just through differentiation, a very intrepid call sheet could bypass Trolls altogether, scoop up something obscure but well reviewed, and sneak its way to the title. All right, so Time to Hunt. 4 entries of Time to Hunt. I'm not familiar with any of these actors. Sorry, I don't have a huge library of Korean entertainment in my collection. He went with Bruise Brothers. As far as Netflix series goes, it might be kind of medium profile, so that's an interesting pick. Might not be too bad. Also, the Clark sisters, they seem to fit. It's another headliner, Mary J. Blige. Oh, but he doubled up on the Clark sisters. All right, that's very interesting. And yeah, so it's over almost half of his budget went to the two Trolls actors. So we'll see if that plays out for him. All right, good job, Gamble 24x7. Swag Official. This is my call sheet, and oh snap, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Whew. Had a heart attack for a second. Thought I deleted my own sheet. Okay. All right. So I also went headliner heavy. 8 of my 10 actors are headliners. I squeaked in a co-star here from Bruise Brothers at 8,400. I also went Trolls, but I only did one Trolls because I think Tiger Tail. This might be your sleeper right here. Tiger Tail. I've heard Alan Yang. He's the writer director of Tiger Tail. He was also the co-creator and showrunner of Master of None, the Aziz Ansari Netflix kind of dramedy that ran for 2 seasons. And so I really like Tiger Tail. Actually, I went 3 Tiger Tails. It's about as much as I could afford. I think it's going to be well reviewed. Alan Yang seems like a smart guy. He's a funny guy. I'm sure. I think this is a drama. It's like a period drama, and this is and I have a feeling this is the type of movie that the Asian community, or at the very least the Chinese American community, might be looking forward to, because it's a tale of Chinese, like first generation Chinese immigrants coming over to America. So look out for Tiger Tail. I think it's going to do some things. I also snuck in Love, Wedding, Repeat, because, a good rom-com in these times, if this thing is even halfway decent, it should really register in the ratings. All right, so Sam Claflin, also of what's that one movie with not Rachel McAdams. No, maybe it's Rachel McAdams. Sam Claflin. I'm sorry, I'm gonna look this up right now. This is killing me because this movie was just beautiful. Damn near made me cry. It was just so gorgeous. Not Every Breath You Take. It was just like a couple years. Me Before You. Me Before You. Wow. Emilia Clarke. That's what it was. He played a paraplegic, and she played the assistant, or like the in-home nurse care, whatever, who falls in love with him. And it's a really beautiful little film. I encourage you all to check it out. It came out in 2016, so it should be streaming somewhere. All right, back on track. Also, I went with the Clark sisters, just, shot in the dark, Lifetime movie, despite my biases. I too got sucked into Trolls. So, anyone fading Trolls, y'all have an opening. And Baptiste. So I'm not very familiar with a lot of PBS stuff, except PBS generally stands for quality. So I feel this is French too. It's foreign. I mean, PBS is the home of like Downton Abbey, and Masterpiece Theater, and Wolf Hall, all these type of things. So I don't know. I got a feeling about Baptiste. Tom Hollander. I took the cheaper of the 2 headliners. Wherever you can, with actors of similar types, get the cheapest one you can if you need to save space, save room, because it will help you in the future. So I like my call sheet. I don't know about y'all. Also got Time to Hunt right here too, because you never know. Sometimes those foreign dramas, especially Korean dramas, are having a moment thanks to Parasite. That's my show. That's my movie. I've seen that sucker 3 or 4 times. I love that movie. Jessica only tried Illinois, Chicago. All right, and also, okay, so I didn't do this right. I'll let this stand, but hopefully you guys are filling out your tiebreakers. Let me see the other 2. No. All right, so this, I'm not gonna. I mean, you don't get any points off or anything if you forget to put in, but we need tiebreakers. I imagine after 2 or 3 weeks of this game, y'all are smart people. You'll start forming correct game theory, and so we might see some ties. And so, I just want to have 2 tiebreakers. First one, the highest Rotten Tomatoes critic score is your guesstimate of what it might be. Obviously, 12 isn't the right answer. You probably put something like 90% or whatever. But and it's basically it's basically differential based. So if let's say we have 2 call sheets which tie exactly, then what we would do is we go to tiebreaker number 1, and based off of differential, whoever either plus or minus, which is closest to the actual highest Rotten Tomatoes critic score, will break that tie. And if in the uneventuality that they both get exactly the same differential, then we'll go to the second tiebreaker, which is the highest Metacritic audience score. And this one, you need to put it in this format, 0.0. If you try to do something different, you'll get this, a validation error. All right. Same thing with here. Oh, actually, it looks like it was rounded up. That's weird. Or let's say you do this. This shouldn't be happening. That's not okay. Maybe I need to check my validations on this. But really, we should be data validating. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So my validation was off. Awesome. All right. So here's now you see how the magic works. Whatever. 0 to 100. So that if you do it like, there we go. So now if we try to enter it like that. No. Now if we try to enter 125. Seriously? Wow. Okay. Anyways, I'll work on that on my own time. Basically, the validation is supposed to stop you between 0 to 100. That's just not right. This really bugs me. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Number between 0 and 100. Oh, show. Oh, there we go. That's what I forgot to do. All right. So now if I try to do it. We're moving on, damn it. We're moving on. All right, ring balls. Our boy Nick, longtime player, die hard. He wasn't in on the spreadsheet games, but definitely we appreciate your playing the Cinema Draft game and being an active participant in the community. And you know what? Let's get you on the podcast. I'm throwing that out there. Let's get you on the podcast. I'll hit you up. All right, so looking at his track. Now, this is what I like to see. Our boy, well, okay, well, so he still has a Trolls, although a non-headliner, which is interesting. Non-headliner Trolls, and the rest of his call sheet is just almost all headline. 8 headliners on his call sheet, which is smart. Get that 40% bonus how you can. Get it how you live. Let's see, 25. Oh, no, actually, he's got 2 Trolls. Never mind. I take that back. So he got sucked into the Trolls Vortex too. And then he's got a Clark Sisters Aurora Tea Garden. Now, Hallmark Movie Channel, once again, it's another niche which I'm not really familiar. Feel-good type movies, family-oriented, woman-oriented. I'm curious. These Aurora Tea Garden mysteries, they've been around for a while. Check out Aurora Tea Garden. Yeah, look at these. They've been doing these like twice a year for like 5 years. So, oh, there's more. We got more Aurora Tea Garden. A Bone to Pick, mystery. I mean, Aurora Tea Garden. Yeah, so they're getting it in over with Aurora Tea Garden. So it'll be interesting to see how this rates. Candace Cameron Bure, I think. From Full House. This is like her job, apparently, because she's in 2 of these a year. So, as they say, stay blessed. And then Tiger Tail. This is a smart pick. Like I said, I think Tiger Tail will be the dark horse. Time to Hunt. A lot more Time to Hunt because it's nice and cheap. But he did get 2 headliners in, which is smart. I like this call sheet. I like it. I like its potential. Although, like I said, the call sheet that doesn't engage Trolls World Tour or engages the least amount will probably succeed. The Roan, Henry G, recently of the podcast. Thanks for helping us out and participating. All right, so he's got his top 6 are all headliners, and yep, this is tight little Trolls Love Wedding Repeat. I mean, sucked into the Trolls Vortex, Love Wedding Repeat. I like it. I think it's got potential. The main event, obviously he's trying to get something cheap in here, but I don't know. What do we know about the main event? Let's take a look. The main event, aka Big Dreams, Little Magic, Need a Little Magic. That's the tagline, I suppose. After discovering a magical mask, an 11-year-old aspiring wrestler enters a competition to become the next WWE superstar by using special powers from a magical mask. Oh, good gravy. Okay, so this one's really going to need some audience score to help it out. I mean, nice, cute kid. Pam from Martin, Ticina Arnold. The cast is fine. It's going on Netflix. I mean, I would be shocked if this shows up in the top 10 over the weekend. I honestly will. But it's not a bad pick if you're just kind of, trying to squeeze in your 10. And at least you got them in at cheap headliners, so you know I like that, the extra 40% bonus. Bruise Brothers, Love, Wedding, Repeat, and the Clark Sisters, and Fashionably Yours, which is... Oh, I won't say it's a movie close to my heart, but it's set in a setting close to my heart, my hometown of Seattle, Washington. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely going to be one that's going to be forgotten. So we'll see how it goes. And finally, Brown Baby, a.k.a. the Draft Mom. Thanks, Mom. So here's Mom. Only one headliner on Trolls World Tour. I did not help her at all with her call sheet, except to tell her when she was over budget. All right, so this is all her. I like it. 1, 2, 3, 4 Tiger Tails. Oh my god. I hate to say this, but I like her call sheet the best. She's got 4 Tiger Tails, 2 Baptistes, so she's going for that PBS prestige angle. I mean, the main event is just basically, call sheet filler, so I don't even blame her. It's probably all she could afford towards the end. Does Mom have the best call sheet this weekend? I don't know, y'all. Stay tuned. All right, so since there's only 6 of us, that's my initial review of the call sheet review, weekend preview. Definitely check back sometime Saturday afternoon. I will do my best to update the different scores as they roll in. I'll also do another update Sunday morning, and then final scores will be I will tally them up after 12 p.m. on Monday. All right. Thanks, everybody. I am actually going to put this one out on YouTube proper to let more people discover this, and hopefully we'll get a few more beta testers in our game next week. Like and subscribe. Check out our site. Visit the store. We are busy little bees working in the background on the real Cinema Draft game. And who knows, if this beta test goes over well enough, you guys have enough fun or give enough good suggestions, we might just try to incorporate this into the beta relaunch as a viable game to play for real money. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. And why don't you go see a movie or something?